Hello and welcome to Buckman's Model Mania. Today we're going to be working on stage 88 of the Batmobile from D'Agostini Fanhome. Let's go ahead and get the book open, and I will tell you this is going to be not really a tough part, but there's going to be some parts that I will do off camera simply because doing the hoses in the engine compartment are not very conducive to video, because it's a dark area with black hoses, black screws, black parts. It's hard on my eyes, and I'm not recording. I'm recording, but I'm not watching on the recording. So get these parts out. Here we have the right fender wheel arch. I won't forget to put this part on like I did with the left one. The bracket that's going to hold that in place. We've got some screws, a lot more screws than in the last one. And a pipe. Hopefully this pipe is not going to be as tough as the last one was, or non-user friendly with where it's going. So let's turn the page and see what we got. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put this bracket on using AP screws. There they are. I was looking for the screwdrivers. So we're going to need 4 total screws to put this bracket and the this front piece on. So we're going to take this, put it here, grab the first screw. This will probably be a ton easier to put it on than it was on the last video, because the last video I was putting it on with it already in the wheel arch already installed. Let me get the screw put in there. I'm about to put it on backwards. That's not good. The flat flange piece of the bracket needs to be facing away from me as I'm on the inside here. Let's try this again. Okay, let me try it with a smaller screwdriver first. The larger screwdriver will hold it in place better, but the smaller one is easier. The larger one, not hold it in place better, the larger one will make it easier to put into place, to tighten it down. But the smaller one should conceivably let me get it in the hole a little bit easier. Come on. Get this first one started. Okay. That one's started a little bit. Now I can go back. It should be a little bit easier now because I'm not holding the bracket while trying to put the screw in. Okay, here we go. Tighten this one down. Tighten the first one down. Now we're going to turn it around. You see, they've got it this way. Goes on here like this. Just like that. So get a screw here. Set this on here like this. Should stay in place. Be a little bit easier to put this into here, maybe. Why is it? Hang on. It is so close to going in. There we go, that should do it right there. A little bit sweaty, book sticks to my arm. Reminds me of a video I saw at Wonderfest, at least the beginning of it. Jordan said, "I'm sweaty," at the beginning of that video. Just a random thought that crossed my mind there. Okay, so those are both tight. Double check this one here. So that is on there. We need to just maneuver the car around a little bit. You need to move before I knock you off. Okay. This is going to go in with CM screws, and there's a point here, one here. I think that, yeah, that's the brake line. We'll slide that down here where it's supposed to be. Get it out of the way. So this is going to go on here like this. Front bracket is hit that hole. Back bracket is going to hit that hole there. This one looks like it might be just a hair easier if I get that, as long as I get that wire out of the way and don't try and cut it off. Remembering from the last issue, you need to use the smaller screwdriver because the larger one won't fit down inside. That one went right in. That's perfect. So we'll get the other CM screw here, dip it in the oil, and put it in. Make sure I've got it in the right hole. Yep. Hang on. Where is? It's right there, so it should. Is it? There we go. It is in there. Tighten this one up in the front. And so now we have both of them in there, and they are very secure. Next thing we need to do is put the steering wheel in. Ah, okay. Steering wheel we're going to thread through here, through the firewall. Let's see, thread the steering column through the gap in the front section of the cockpit. Make sure the front wheels of your Batmobile are straight facing forward. They are. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put a SM screw in from each side in the U-joint for the steering wheel. If you didn't know what it is, a U-joint is a universal joint using SM screw, so it's going into metal. Dip the screw into oil, and then bring this up here. Okay, that's in the right spot. Interesting. I put a couple of screws in here before to hold, just to hold this in place. It's not supposed to be in there. They're not supposed to be in there yet. It just seemed like that was good for right now, at the time. But what I need to see is if I can get the steering wheel to come a little bit closer. Because right now it's not hitting far enough in to where I can get the U-joint put together at all. So I'm going to pause, sort this out, and I'll be back. Okay, that was not fun. Wasn't that hard, but it was just kind of tedious, and getting it in there was a pain. I had one screw from the other side of the U-joint fall out, or from the end down here fall out. That was part of what was causing the problems. So now that these screws are out anyway, they needed to come out. Double check, those are good. There it is. Now we're going to put the other side of the firewall in. It was just sitting in here before. Make sure we get it down into here, not pinching any wires, not breaking anything. Interesting. Just trying to sort this down in here. There we go. Maybe. Kind of get this down in here. I want to make sure that these screw holes are going to line up. And we're going to put 2 FM screws into those holes. There were already screws in there, so I'm not going to worry about putting oil in. They were the wrong screws, I'll tell you that, but they were in there, they were holding. So let's see if we can get everything to line up again. And I did test the steering after I got it in there, and it doesn't really do anything. That's not lining up. So let's see. And what we're doing is we're securing this part and the engine compartment side of the firewall at the same time. Let's see if this one will maybe line up. That does not appear, maybe. Looks like it might have lined up. I'm actually lifting the engine compartment, or not the engine compartment, the passenger compartment up just a little bit to do this. Crap. That's part of the reason I do these things off screen a little every now and then, is because sometimes they don't want to go well. Did something break? No, that one's loose too now. Let's try this again. That does not appear to be fitting, so what I'm going to do, because this screw came off too, I'm going to pause, figure out where I'm going wrong, and I'll be back once I've got the screws at least started. So, hang on just a sec. Okay, got it in there, fought with it a little bit, and I think part of it is not to speak badly of them, because they are kind of nice. The Mike Lane carpets shifted this piece down a little bit, which meant the parts that we attached to earlier, that we put in there earlier, kind of pushed down out of the way. Let's see, you got 2 hoses that have fallen off there. two that have fallen off here, but it's in place now. So let's see. Let's go ahead and get these hoses all put back in place, because I'm pretty sure we're going to be putting them on at this point. Not really putting them on, but connecting them. And if not, they still need to be in place where they're supposed to be. Hope I've got them in the right spot. Fix the dashboard using 2FM screws. Okay. Whoops. Knocked my microphone off. Completing the engine first push. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do all these hoses and then come back and show it, because actually right now I'm completely off screen, and right there the car is about to fall off the desk. So let me pause this, we'll come back, we'll take a look at the engine compartment, we'll talk a little bit about it, and we'll close the video out. So I'll be back. Okay, took about 45 minutes to get it all done, but most of the cables are now installed and in the correct position. Was quite an ordeal. A lot of fighting with it, but stage 88 is done. So I want to say thank you for stopping by and watching. Trust me, you didn't want to watch the painful part. I didn't want to do it, but had to be done. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be notified if you want to see more or want to be notified of when content goes up on my YouTube channel. Sorry, I'm a little bit frazzled after dealing with all those cables. Leave a comment. I will respond. With that, I'm going to say, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, have a great day, have a great day tomorrow, and I will see you in the next video or stream.
Batman's model mania, hard work models, plastic modeling, wooden models. Batman's model mania, hard work models, plastic modeling, wooden models.